These are questions of MS-203 Microsoft 365 Messaging Administrator. Our team is working hard to keep the content up to date. If you find this video helpful, please let us know in the comments. We really appreciate if you like and subscribe to our channel. To get the complete list of questions and answers, click on the playlist link provided in the description. Our question is, you have a Microsoft Exchange Server 2019 organization. You purchase a Microsoft 365 subscription and configure Active Directory synchronization. You use a smart host for all email communication between the organization and the internet. The smart host performs email hygiene and alert message headers. You plan to run the hybrid configuration wizard to create an Exchange hybrid deployment and change the MX record to point to Exchange Online. You need to decommission the smart host from the organization. What should you do first? Option A. Create a receive connector that allows anonymous authentication. Option B. Modify the internal SMTP server value by running the set transport config candlet. Option C. Modify the send connector to use DNS delivery. Option D. Modify the TLS receive domain secure list value by running the set transport config candlet. The correct answer is option D. Our next question. You have an on-premises Microsoft Exchange Server 2019 organization. You plan to configure the environment to support a hybrid deployment. You need to ensure that you can migrate mailboxes from the on-premises organization to Exchange Online. Which two ports should be open between Exchange Online and the on-premises organization? Option A 25, Option B 80, Option C 143, Option D 389, Option E 443, Option F 993. The correct answer are option A and E, that is 25 and 993. Our next question. You have a Microsoft Exchange Server 2019 organization. You plan to implement a hybrid deployment between Exchange Online and Exchange Server. The deployment must meet the following requirements: support Outlook for iOS and Android, and support 500 on-premises mailboxes, support modern authentication. Which hybrid configuration topology should you recommend? Option A Classic Full, Option B Modern Minimal, Option C Modern Full, Option D Classic Minimal. The correct answer is option A. Our next question. Your network contains an Active Directory domain named corp.contoso.com. The domain contains client computers that have Microsoft Office 365 apps installed. You have a hybrid deployment that contains a Microsoft Exchange Online tenant and an on-premises Exchange Server 2019. Server named Server 1. All recipients use an email address suffix of @contoso.com. You migrate all the Exchange Server recipient to Exchange Online and then decommission Server 1. You connect users connected to the internal network report that they receive an auto discover error when they open Microsoft Outlook. You need to ensure that all users can connect successfully to their mailboxes by using Outlook. Which two actions should you perform? Option A Add an accepted domain. Option B From the domain modify the auto discover service connection point. Option C From the contoso.com DNS zone modify the auto discover alias record. Option D Modify the name of the TLS certificate. Option E, from the corp.contoso.com DNS zone, modify the auto discover host record. The correct answer is option B and C. Our next question. Our question is, you have a hybrid deployment between Microsoft Exchange Online tenant and an on premises Exchange 2019 server. The tenant uses an email domain named @contoso.com. You recently purchased an email domain named fabricum.com. You need to ensure that all the users in the tenant can receive email messages by using @fabricum.com email domain. The solution must ensure that the users can continue to receive email by using the @contoso.com email domain. Which three actions should you perform? Option A, from Azure AD Connect, add the domain for fabricum.com. Option B, from the on-premises Exchange Admin Center, modify the email address policy. Option C, from the on-premises Exchange Admin Center, add an accepted domain for fabricum.com. Option D, from the Microsoft 365 Admin Center, verify the fabricum.com email domain. Option E, from Azure Cloud Shell, create a script that runs the set mailbox camtlet. Option F, from the Microsoft 365 Admin Center, add the fabricum.com email domain. The correct answer are option D, E and F.